I don't even want to look up what demure means. But I obviously can't stop thinking about it. I just like it whenever words get popular. And let me say some, okay? The first one that comes to mind. This is more like eclectic, but diaspora. Wow, oh, wow. Normally when I hear people say it, it's like what I like because it makes sense, because that is kind of an advanced word. Not saying I'm all that for knowing it. I just like words. It's always build up, build up, build up, build up. And then it's not like the main, because it's still part of the build up, but it's like the diaspora or the diaspora. Not so much. You get what I'm saying. So that's one. Let me think of another one. Deep cut, but I feel like, let me think of it. The volume is astronomical. I don't fucking like that word. Hey. I don't fucking like that word. Because, first of all, that video is kind of annoying now. You know what I'm saying? The Marky Mark one, or the mic, whatever. The volume on this bus is astronomical. Is that what it is? It's funny. The video is funny, and I still like it. Like, literally, if it comes up on my feed, I'll like it because it's funny, and I like that person. But I feel like it hit the mainstream in a way because that video was so funny that it was said in every... It was said in every way that, like, it started to lose its meaning even as the word before it had become memed. Which is crazy when a word like gets memed, kind of. It would be, and this is also whenever people are saying the way I, and this still happens, but this is when it blew up. So it was like with everything, like the way I walk whenever I'm walking. That's what it got to. I feel like the way I'm breathing right now, when you're just breathing, it was like we had to say it. I didn't really say it because it kind of always bothered me. It's difficult to describe. The way I want to kill myself is astronomical. And that just really irritated me. So that's 2. Let me go with 3. Just started yelling. Let me hit number 3, okay? See, no, I can't remember any. You mama. You daddy. You both daddy granny. Let me find this. Me on the camera just now, but good thing my microphone's over here. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Let me find this. I have a words thing, and some of the words I like, these aren't bad words, it's just they're popular words. Cognitive dissonance. And I called that. I've known about cognitive dissonance for a while because it got popular a few years ago, like, doesn't mean that I hadn't heard it at least a few times in, like, really deep cut, like, video essays in high school. But I know that this might be something that is actually more than just 10 years old, cognitive dissonance, but sometimes there are phrases that really have only been claimed or said once the internet started, and even 10 years in, I've noticed. I can't bring up an example at all, of course, but I've seen that happen. But cognitive dissonance, I bet whoever said that was like, let me just go flick my bean, because that was so smart. Like, everybody's gonna say what I just said. So that person's definitely flicking their bean right now, which is crazy, because I didn't really want to know that, but I flicked my bean whenever I came up with YOLO. And you'll still say that shit. Cognitive dissonance, I think, is still not the most overused out of this ongoing list, but the way... Let me start that sentence over just so that I can not humiliate myself. In the form... Oh, yeah. In the form of the way... I'm just gonna have to say it because I feel like this is like an actual way you have to say it. The way that it was used was crazy. It was crazy. Like, people were it seems so smart that using it in like discourse and like commenting on discourse. This thing's been happening where anytime I want to do anything, it feels like creative. There's a cat who acts like this. We have 3 cats in our house. So she's been acting like this pretty bad. This is my actual cat, Marble. I love her. I'm obsessed with her. Like, we have a really awesome relationship. She's been acting really needy lately, when she isn't normally that type. She's bratty, But like, she's really chill. I don't know, maybe she's just been in my room too much lately. But if I close the door, she'd go out there for a few seconds and then she'd come right back out here. I guess I'll do it though because she won't stop. I guess I'm gonna quiet down. I just feel like cognitive dissonance is crazy. Let me read my list. Actually, let me read this. I just have to burp. You hear that? Let me read this other. Here we go. I'm not gonna say the beginning of it because it stemmed from a friend and a nickname for a friend, but let me start off with this. Corn dog, hot dog, cold cat, yes fish, no bird, start horse, stop legs, life arms, death nidaria, light anthropoda, dark porifera. Isn't that awesome? I came up with that. It took maybe at least 30 minutes of like to get that last bit. I got corn dog, hot dog, cold cat, yes fish, no bird probably at like 5 or 6 minutes. You know what I mean? Start horse, stop legs, life arms. That's when it started getting pretty tough. Once I got to that Nidaria anthropoda porifera situation, I was looking up. Oh wow, like tube-like appendages, and I was going deep in zoology. And would you see that? Not my cat. Your mama. Your daddy. Your bald daddy granny. So, yeah. So let me read my other list. I have a lot of lists on here. I could just read all of these. That's my other list. This is good words for anything. Because, like I said, I like words. I've noticed I like P, C, I, and D letters. I feel like they normally have really strong following. You know what I'm saying? A syllable is one thing, but like a hard consonant is another. And I know what I'm talking about. Obviously. I'm going to go pretty... Look at how... I'm at the point now where it perfectly fills a page. It's beautiful, isn't it? Right. Perpetuated, galvanized, component, sporadic, outlier, vitriolic, inoculated, calamity, indicated. Right? It's like, obviously, but come on, let's give her some credit. Vainglorious, cultivated, overzealous, cognitive dissonance. That's one of the only 2-letter words in here because it's basically one word. Egregious. There's one down here that's you're gonna see it on my face how much I love it. Okay, egregious. Like, come on. Zeitgeist. That's number 4 of one of those words. Diaspora. Oh god, diaspora. Astronomical. We just talked about the third one, and yes. I'm sorry, I cannot hold a train of thought. Zeitgeist. That one is the 4th for sure. These mama balls down your mouth. That's one of them too. These mama balls down your mouth. Did you see that? What I was just talking about. Hard consonants. Homunculus. Homunculus. Gobbledygook. 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 Precarious. Sorry. That one's okay. This one, precocious. Ameliorate. Ameliorate. Starts with an A. Paradigm. Let's just pause for paradigm. Okay, this is one I love. Absurd. It just hits. Whenever I had started that, it was like, and also for the past like 3 months, I've been on strange. It just, me being frustrated about something, it's just strange. It just like, it adds so much fucking, who the fuck do you think you are? To whatever is bothering me. Rotund. Infallible. I actually have an issue with infallible because it should be, in my head, infallible. That's how it should go. Infallible. You see how there's that transfer from infallible? Infallible just seems like my mouth stopped working at the end. Infallible. Like, where is that? What's going on in that middle spot? So what's going on in that middle spot? Zephyr. I met someone in New York named Zephyr, and they offered me ketamine. So checks out, right? It was fucking awesome. I didn't do it. Or did I? I don't even know how to say this one. Inveterate. I'm going to stick with that. Inveterate. Inveterate? Inveterate? Inveterate. 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 Probably that. Philistine. That's badass. I honestly forgot that was an actual word. Philistine. I was like, ooh. Ignominious. Ignominious? Ignominious. I can put the O in there if I feel like it because I have an accent. I'm American. Oh my god. Herbaceous. Isn't that awesome? Herbaceous. You have to say it like that. Because herbaceous. 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 You hear that at the end? This. Sinewy. I love that. Sinewy. I picture it's blue, like toned, but there's like a icy white, silvery, kind of glassy, icy spider web, and there's like hella dew on it because there has to be dew. But like it's more dewy in its organic shape, not so much the actual form of it, obviously. And then the last word, and also the shortest word, ilk. Not fucking sick. Ilk. Like of the same ilk. If I was saying, I like hot Cheetos because it's my favorite of that ilk. That's like a kind of an oddball way of saying it, but I would feel confident saying that around academics for sure. They would probably really respect me for saying that type of thing in the same sentence talking about my favorite type of hot Cheeto. Yeah, so that's that list, but I feel like it's a pretty good list. I was better at it last year adding to it. Most of them are from last year, but this year, honestly, it feels like I caught most of them. At least the ones that like really like get my attention like that. Because that was like, whoa. I hope this is still recording. 35 minutes. Like if you took everything away from it, that's just like a really strong object. You could beat the fuck out of somebody or something. You could probably break into a house with it. You could definitely use it to, oh my god, if I was drowning in a river and all I needed was something to float myself, like through, like, say I crash in a bridge because I'm on a ship and then I crash and I'm like, all the stuff that I'm on the ship is just floating around. I grab onto something. It's an empty one of those, or it's empty with the cap on, you know? I grab the handle. I just hold on to it because it's so buoyant. I couldn't even, I doubt I could submerge the whole thing. There'd be just a little bit of it and it would bounce up again because they're so dense. That's just not right.